my podcast, but I'm here with Miss Queen B. I'm gonna use the Queen B for short.
Chicken shit.
So what did you tell me your name was?
Miss Queen Bitch.
Okay, and where are you from originally?
I was boredom.
Boredom. So you lived in Wilson, and then you came here, or you lived in
No.
Nash County?
Um, Before I came here, I was in New York,
Okay.
and I moved down here. That's where
To
some of my family was.
okay, so your family originates from
This area.
the
Yeah.
southeastern area.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you do in New York?
My last job
Uh-huh.
was driving a taxi.
Driving a taxi in New York, the city,
Yeah.
like the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens.
Yep.
So I guess you've seen a lot of stuff.
Oh. You don't know half of it, honey.
So what's some of the most interesting things that you have seen in your years of driving a taxi?
Okay, one of the first ones I saw, I picked up this white guy at JFK Airport.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to go to Lower Manhattan, but he wanted to go over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
I said, okay, he gives me the fare up front and off we go. The only way I knew how to get to the Brooklyn Bridge from JFK exit was going through Bed-Stuy.
Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this guy was sitting back there in the back of my cab, and he's looking around like this. And his eyes are getting bigger, and his face is getting pale, and he keeps looking, and I don't know whether he's going to have a damn heart attack or what.
Uh-huh.
And finally he leaned over the seat, he said, I don't see no white people around here. I said, you ain't going to see nothing until we get across this damn bridge. Went on a couple of blocks, looked in the rearview mirror again, and I didn't see him.
Well, he hopped out.
No, he didn't. He did something worse than that. He crawled down on the floorboard of the car because he was scared of black people.
Wow. So now you being from the South and you being in such a rough neighborhood, like how did you handle it, or a rough environment?
I treated them the way I wanted to be treated.
Uh,
Hey, my hero.
How you feeling today? How you doing, bro?
How you
Pretty
doing,
good. This
sir?
man right here is my hero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he looked like he served in the service, so he's my
That's
hero
right.
too.
That's my
Thank
hero.
you for your service. Thank you for your service. So how'd you get hooked up with this place?
With who?
How'd you get hooked up with this place, the Alamo? How often did you come here?
I used to come down here when it was Danny Ray's pool hall.
Okay.
And whenever he set it up, I decided to come down here and check it out. And the people working in there are fantastic. I love to bullshit with them.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do. Cause so you was drinking. What was you drinking a while ago?
Fireball.
Fireball whiskey. Now tell my audience, how old are you?
76.
76 years old, and you still drinking Fireball whiskey
Damn right.
and smoking. What kind of cigarettes is that?
24/7.
24/7. That's a brand.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Marlboro or
No.
24/7. So now you know a lot of people will say 24/7. Oh, you smoke menthols?
Yeah.
Okay, well you might as well smoke Newports, man.
Newports are too damn expensive.
So how much are those?
$3 and change a pack.
Oh, okay, yeah. Newport's about what? $7, $8?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you know a lot of people will say at your age you shouldn't be drinking or smoking. Now what would you say to them people?
I tell them to mind their own damn business. They ain't paying for my Fireball and they ain't paying for my damn cigarettes. So
Okay.
shut up, and if you can't, you can kiss my redneck ass while I fart in your face.
So now, how long have you been smoking?
Since I was 11 years old.
So have you ever had a period of time where you stopped?
For a short time, I was in the hospital, and it's a roundabout story. They told me I had lung cancer
Uh-huh.
because my left arm, it would feel like somebody's hitting me with a baseball bat, and
Okay.
it would jerk up like that. So they told me at the hospital I had lung cancer,
Okay.
and they wanted me to go in there and let them check it out. So I
Who's
went in
that?
there. some asshole that lives in the building.
Okay. Oh,
And,
you stay in the building right there?
yeah.
Okay.
And they went in there, took out a 2 centimeter piece of my lung. It wasn't cancer.
What was it?
Coccidiomycosis.
Coast. Coccidiomycosis.
Yeah.
And what is that?
It was a thing that came from dust storms in Arizona. Because when I was out there, I'd go out and dance in the damn things. I didn't know no better.
And so did you sue?
Oh,
Did you sue the government of Arizona? Or anything?
hell no.
You just. So how long ago was that when that happened?
This was before I went up to New York, and I can't remember the exact year.
Okay. And so since then, did that deter you to smoke or no? You just kept going. You just kept
I
going.
just kept going.
You got children?
No.
Oh, okay. You ever been married? 3 times.
Yep.
So they tell me the 3rd time's the charm. So are you still married?
Hell no.
Somebody told me to ask you, is you single?
Yeah.
She said, yeah. People they said. All right. So 3 times. So what was the first age when you were married?
18.
18. So that's a pretty young age. Most people say when they get married young, it don't last. So how long did that last?
2 years.
2 years.
He accused me of sleeping with Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, the singer?
And I just looked at him and I said, by God, I wish he'd be better than you are.
Now, where were you at then?
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
He came home one day and I had packed him a little Falcon up with all my shit and took off.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't tell him goodbye, kiss my ass or nothing.
Where'd you go?
Raleigh.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Did you have any money? Did you have family, or you been
I
safe?
didn't have any family up there, but I worked. Yeah, I'm one of those people that, you can train me to be a heart surgeon. I get bored shitless with that. I want to do something different.
Okay.
I ended up, one of my jobs, I was repairing Maseratis and Lamborghinis and DeLoreans and all them high-end cars. And I could pull the engine out of one of them, take it apart, rebuild it, put it back in, and have it running top of the line.
Well, see, my daughter's into that. She's into mechanics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell her to keep it up.
Yeah, she loves it. She likes cars though. Like
Yeah.
she likes race cars and things like that.
Yep.
So now, when was your second marriage?
The second one was whenever I lived in Arizona. I go over to Las Vegas once or twice a week and play the slot machines.
Okay.
I met a security guard over there, and a big ass bunch of stupidity got hold of me. And he said, let's get married. And I said, okay. 3 days after we got married, he kicked his disabled grandson across the floor. I wasn't going to take that because I grew up being abused.
Okay.
That shit ain't right.
Okay.
And 10 days after we got married, he punched me in the side of my head and knocked me over the kitchen table and broke 2 ribs.
So he was abusive.
Yeah. I went out to the car. He was working for Pinkerton Security. I got his Pinkerton pistol out of the car, came back in the house. I had the hammer cocked to my finger on the trigger, and I put it right there. I said, hit me one more time, please. I beg of you, just one more time. And he put his hands up and walked out.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Yeah. I went to one of the casinos, called a friend of mine in Atlanta. I said, get me a one-way ticket back to Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
New York, Arizona, Atlanta?
Yeah.
Now, who was in Atlanta?
I had some friends down there. And he called me a few days after I got there. He said, bitch, I'm coming to get you, and I'm going to kill you this time. I said, bring it on, Boudreaux. I got a 30-06 with your damn name on it. I ain't heard from him since.
So, now that was the second marriage.
Yeah.
And so that didn't last too long.
No.
Now, what was the third marriage like?
The third marriage, believe it or not, I was working in Alabama
Mm-hmm.
at a steak and egg restaurant. And he came in and sat down and wanted to boots, and I looked at him like, oh, hell no. Looked at me again, shit, I'm going to end up married to him.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
ask me how I knew it,
Uh-huh.
but we did get married. And he was a truck driver. And I told him, I said, there's only one demand I make of you. I said, don't ever bring anything from another woman home with you. And shortly after, I got a call from a woman that wanted to speak to him.
Uh-huh.
I said, can I tell him who's called? She said, yeah, I'm his new boss.
His
said,
new
okay.
boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, can I go out on the road with him from time to time? I said, I'll sign the insurance papers and all.
Uh-huh.
She said, the DOT won't allow 3 people in the truck. I said, okay, I didn't know he had a co-driver.
It was her.
I called him, handed him the phone.
Uh-huh.
Give me your keys, honey. I'm going to clean your car up for you.
Uh-huh.
I shoved the shit around in the back of that Pinto, threw all of his mess in there, handed him his keys. I said, get the fuck out.
And that was the last marriage you had.
That was it.
And so you've been single. Did that make you give up on men, or?
No.
Oh, you just dated.
'Cause I'm going to tell you something. There are some wonderful men out there.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some trashy, bitchy, low-life women that are waiting to take advantage of one of them good men.
Ooh.
I ain't one of
Boy.
them.
Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. People don't know that when men cheat, they do cheat with women, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
But, you know, I treat you like I want to be treated.
yes.
And I do everybody like that.
Uh-huh.
And I don't give a rat's ass what color you are, how old you are, or anything about it. You're a fucking human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm one too.
Yeah. I felt that in your spirit when you stopped me in there. So how long have you been at the building right there?
22 years.
22 years.
Yeah.
22 years. So you've been in here. That's 54.
Yeah.
54. So you know a lot of people around here. A lot of people saying, "Hey, I love you," and somebody said, "How long does a pack of cigarettes last you?"
Well, over the past 4 or 5 days,
Uh-huh.
I can open a pack of cigarettes, and they'll last me for 2 days, which means it's an average of 10 cigarettes a day.
10 cigarettes. Do you drink more? I mean, do you smoke more when you drink?
No.
How often do you drink? You come out here and get you a shot a day?
Yeah.
About a shot a day.
But I also have a bottle of it at home,
Okay.
and I take a swallow of it every time I have to take my medication.
I thought they said you don't supposed to drink with your medication, though. You know, you don't pay no attention to none of that, huh?
Nope.
I got you. So are you in good health now? Pretty good, as far as?
Well, I have neuropathy in my feet.
Okay.
I have degenerative disc disease,
Okay.
scoliosis, kyphosis,
Mm-hmm.
and a badass case of PTSD.
PTSD from all of the trial. You just told me a little bit. I know there's a lot more.
Well, let me tell you this.
Yes.
I'll explain it.
Okay.
When I was 5 years old, I was put to work handing tobacco. I didn't have no choice about it. It's either that or get beaten.
Okay.
When I started school at 6, back in 1954, my bus went past my best friend's house every day, and she didn't get on. So I'm wondering how come she ain't going to school.
Uh-huh.
I went down there one day and asked her, I said, Doc, how come you ain't going to school? Her mama had to tell me she couldn't go to school with me because she was black. That pissed me off to no end. And I didn't want to get on the bus because I couldn't go to school with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
She's the first friend, the only friend I had at that age. And I got the blood beaten out of me every walking day and thrown on the bus because I didn't want to go to school without my friend.
Wow.
Plus, she, and when I say she, I'm referring to the woman that gave birth to me. She always told me how stupid, how lazy, how worthless I was. She tried to sell me to a traveling salesman when I was 15 years old. He looked at me and looked at her and said, she ain't worth it.
Wow.
And, you know.
All right, Peter.
It's all of that crap. And I will tell you this. When I was 24 years old, I got raped and strangled. And I got away from the man because he got out of the car to pee. And I jumped over the seat and cranked it up and went out on Highway 111 and chased down the highway patrolman. He got me to the hospital to get all the tests done. And I called her. I said, can I come home for a few days? She said, why? What's wrong? And I told her, honey, let me tell you something. That woman told me I didn't know a parent's knife could strike so damn hard. She told me, she said, go home and go to bed. You'll be all right in the morning, and maybe that'll teach you not to ask for it. Now, I'm going to ask you, if you had a daughter and she came to you and told you something like that, what would you do?
I would first of all try to keep calm because I have an attitude problem myself. But I definitely would take her in and love on her and make sure that she gets all the help she needs to recover from something like that.
Yes. That's one of the reasons I got PTSD today.
And you was only 16, so 15.
I was 21. No. 22.
When that happened.
I'm sorry, 24. I'm sorry.
Wow. So you had a pretty rough life.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons why I took off and traveled all over the United States.
Yeah.
I was running from what happened, and I was running to get away from it ever happening again. And I did some stupid things. I'll be the first one to admit.
You ever been to jail? Oh, okay. Not that stupid then.
But there's a fellow up in New York, you couldn't convince him to believe that.
Who's that?
I don't know what his name was. They sent me to pick up this dude at 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I say this man was black, he was darker than this table here. There won't no doubt about his race. He wanted to go to 139th Street in Manhattan.
Okay.
He got in the car. We took off. Wanted to go over to Triborough Bridge. I said, okay. We get past JFK exit. He said, do you know, aren't you afraid to drive at night? No. Do you know where you're going? Yeah, I'm taking you into Harlem. I don't think 139th Street was in Harlem, but anyhow, went on a little bit further. He said, I bet you got a knife or a gun. I said, do you really want to find out? No. You get almost across that Triborough. He starts up again. He said, you got to explain. I don't understand this. And I'm thinking, what the hell does he want to know now? He said, you're a woman. I've been one all my life. He said, you're a white woman. And at that time, I thought I was all white, but I ain't. Been one of them all my life, too. Hello.
Have a good one.
You
Have
too.
a good one, too.
But, he said, I don't understand this. And I think, you're not afraid to bring me in here at this hour in the morning? I said, no. He said, you got to explain. I said, well, if I tell you why and it gets back to my boss and I get fired, I know where you live. He said, I probably won't ever ride this car service again. I said, okay. I said, I just got out of prison 2 years ago down in North Carolina. He said, for what? I said, some asshole was running his mouth and wouldn't shut up. I cut his throat much to bleed to death. I said, you know, them damn fools locked me up for that. He jumped out of my car, and all I saw out of him was asshole and heel.
He didn't pay you?
Yeah, he paid me.
Oh,
He
okay.
paid me when he got in, but he also threw me a $10 tip.
Oh, okay. So back then they paid you first. Because we used to ride cabs around here and we would jump out. Well, I didn't never do that, but a lot of guys did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I did.
But what people don't understand, and it's these guys that you're talking about, those cab drivers are not driving to count the hairs on their ass.
Uh-huh.
They are driving to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You jump out and run from one another, you cheated them out of the money.
Yeah. So what else you do besides drive cabs in your life?
I was a model at Atlanta College of Art.
Okay.
I was a maid at a fancy hotel down in Atlanta. Oh, that's a good one. We could not, the maids couldn't ride the guest elevator. We had to ride the staff elevator.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I got on there, and there was this, oh man, he was good looking, and he looked at me, he said, hey, how you doing? Honey, I about shit my damn britches. I was on the elevator with Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Yes,
What did he play in?
he's a singer.
Oh, I thought he was an actor.
Crackling Rosie, I am, I said. A lot
Okay.
of good songs.
Okay.
I got off of there, I had to run and find it in the bathroom. And you remember old road show called Route 66?
Route 66. Now, I heard of it, but I've never seen it. Hold on. Did you ever ride bikes?
This good looking man came in there, and I have always been attracted to men with brown eyes.
Okay.
I don't care about the rest of them. You got brown eyes, I'm your gal.
Okay.
But he had them eyes.
Uh-huh.
I said, you look kind of familiar. He said, did you ever watch Route 66? I said, Lord, yeah, I was in love with that dark-haired man. He said, I'm George Harris. I said, prove it. He showed me his damn driver's license.
Yeah. So you met a lot of famous people at that fancy hotel.
No, I didn't meet George Harris there. I was working in an ice cream and yogurt shop.
And you came to get ice cream and yogurt?
Yeah. I also Conway Tweedy and Loretta Lynn outside of the show. They've already finished it. And Hank Williams Jr.,
Okay.
Andre the Giant.
You met Andre the Giant?
I saw him go through the scanner at the airport, and he had to bend over like this to get through. And Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Huh?
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yep.
Did he have a snake with him? Or that was just a gimmick?
No, he had that snake.
He had that snake with him, Jake the Snake.
He had it in a duffel bag.
Uh-huh.
They sent the duffel bag through the screen. And this kid working, this was back whenever I think they were about 17 or 18 years old.
Okay.
He screamed Timor bloody murder. Come to find out, Jake the Snake takes that snake on an airplane in a duffel bag. And I almost got run over by O.J. Simpson down there.
He said, was he run over by a car or running through the airport for the commercial?
Yeah,
For the commercial?
yeah. I was walking around on my break, and I heard somebody holler, move! What the hell? I looked around, and I didn't recognize him at first.
Uh-huh.
He got up there beside me, kind of turned his head. He said, I'm sorry.
Do you think he killed Nicole?
No,
You
I
don't think-
never will believe that.
Uh-huh. It's funny stuff going on behind the scenes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I don't believe he did it. And there ain't nothing on God's green earth that convinced me I'm wrong.
So what do you do in your spare time now?
I'm working on, I write poetry,
Okay.
and I'm
Me
working
too.
on getting a book together.
Well, you know what? You know I publish books.
No shit.
I'm a publisher. We met for, you stopped me for a reason today. I publish books, so when you get it together, I'll put it together and we'll get it published. That's what I do. So it was fate that we met today. This is the
Yeah.
reason why we met.
But part of this book will be my life story, and part of it will be poems that relate to my life story. Whenever I write poetry, I cannot write about things that I don't know shit about.
Yeah.
What I write is things I've seen, things I've experienced, and things I've dealt with. Oh, and I almost got run over by James Brown's golden limousine.
James Brown. Get up, James Brown. The big payback, James Brown. Okay. How'd that happen?
I was walking to the store to get some cigarettes,
Okay.
and my mind was 150 miles away. And all of a sudden, I started shooting my pants. This long gold car comes out of the underground parking
That's what brings you good luck.
at Turner Broadcast.
Speaking of,
TBS.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm
And,
starting a new business and going back to school in the fall. Thanks, baby.
I just stopped
appreciate
and
it.
hell, that damn car was as long as it is from here to that second one down there. Golden.
Limo.
Yeah. The driver rolled down the window. He said, "Sorry about that." And James Brown was sitting in the back seat. He did that with his big ass James Brown smile. Man, it made me feel so good.
Ah, man. So you met some very interesting people in your life.
Yeah.
You are a very interesting person too. But my phone is about to die, so I want to have to come and catch up with you to get some more of these good stories.
Well, I'll be down here in the afternoon.
Okay. And we'll get together.
man. How
What's
you
happening?
doing?
How you doing? Hold on. Let me finish this interview real quick. I'm doing an interview.
oh,
But yeah, but anything else you want to tell the audience before you go, real quick?
My name is Miss Queen Bitch.
Well, thank you for the interview, and we're gonna do a second part of this on another time. But thank you for your
Okay,
time,
but
and it
I
was a
got your
pleasure.
phone number. So
You got my phone number, so
Yeah.
call me when you get that book ready. Yeah, 'cause that's what I do. I'm